Introduction. Welcome to an exciting journey into the world of medieval dueling. Today, we're diving into the strange and fascinating customs that surrounded these epic face-offs. From bizarre weapon choices to hilariously over-the-top rules, you'll discover just how serious, and occasionally ridiculous, dueling truly was. Prepare for some amusing insights, quirky facts, and maybe even a few tips on how to win a duel, should you ever need them. So, grab your sword and let's cut straight into the colorful history of dueling. The origins of dueling. Dueling was a cornerstone of medieval society, used to resolve disputes and defend one's honor. But it wasn't just about combat. Duels were steeped in tradition and reflected the values of the time. Famous duels, like the one between Alexander Hamilton and Aaron Burr, shaped politics and captured the public's imagination. Knights and nobles took part in these duels, often becoming legends themselves. Join us as we uncover how dueling evolved and why it left such a lasting mark on history. Dueling etiquette. In medieval times, a duel wasn't just about swinging swords. It was a ritualized event with strict etiquette. Challengers would send formal invitations to fight, outlining the stakes with flair. During the duel, rules dictated that no underhanded tricks were allowed. Unless, of course, you were terrible at swordplay. There's even a famous story of a knight who tripped on his own cape, turning what should have been an intense showdown into an unintended comedy. And win or lose after the duel, a handshake was crucial. After all, honor was on the line just as much as victory. Weapon selection. When it came to medieval dueling, your weapon could make or break you. Swords were the traditional weapon of choice, symbolizing honor and precision. But those who liked a more hands-on approach preferred daggers for close combat. Want to make an entrance? Try a halberd or a massive battle axe. Just make sure you have the strength to wield it. Some knights even opted for strange and terrifying weapons like the spiked morning star. Of course, using a butter knife would be a terrible idea, but some duels might just be silly enough for it. Knightly training. Training for a duel meant more than just lifting a sword. It required physical prowess and mental sharpness. Knights would practice agility, stamina, and, of course, footwork, though not all were graceful. There's a legendary tale of a knight who, while training for a duel, tripped over his own feet and landed face first in a bush. Alongside strength, strategy was key. Understanding an opponent's style could be the difference between winning and ending up in the bushes yourself. Psychological tactics. Dueling wasn't only about physical strength. Mind games played a huge role too. Confidence, or at least the appearance of it, could make all the difference. Intimidating your opponent was an art form, with knights using everything from oversized armor to exaggerated taunts. One knight even wore a helmet so large it hindered his vision, and yes, he tripped on it. But whether it was a fearsome glare or an unexpected joke, the right psychological tactic could give a knight the upper hand. The duel. Imagine a forest clearing at dawn, two knights facing each other as the crowd murmurs in anticipation. The tension rises with each step as swords flash in the sunlight. Spectators would hold their breath or place bets, waiting to see who would stumble first. In one infamous duel, a knight accidentally dropped his sword, leading to a chaotic scramble while the audience erupted in laughter. In these moments, duels were as much about performance as they were about skill, especially when things didn't go as planned. Aftermath of a duel. Once the dust settled, the duel's aftermath could be just as eventful as the fight itself. The victor basked in newfound fame and glory, while the loser might have to endure a lifetime of embarrassment, especially if they were defeated by someone who tripped. Celebrations often included feasts where exaggerated tales of bravery would be shared, though the real stakes were much deeper. A duel could change a knight's reputation forever, proving that it was about more than just winning. It was about honor and legacy. Conclusion. We've ventured deep into the thrilling and sometimes comical world of medieval dueling, exploring everything from weapon choices to psychological warfare. Whether it's mastering knightly training or understanding dueling etiquette, these ancient customs remind us that history is full of fascinating quirks. If you enjoyed this dive into the oddities of the past, be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with fellow history lovers. There's plenty more historical fun to discover, so stay tuned for our next adventure.